8:31 on this Tuesday morning. The month of May is AAPI Heritage Month, a time to recognize and celebrate our Asian American and Pacific Islander communities.
Today we are highlighting a local high school coach who struggled to fit in because of his mixed race identity until he found sports. Se Kwon joining us now in studio with his story. Good morning, Se.
Hey, good morning, Tom and Hannah. Yeah, the challenges of being accepted as someone who is biracial just doesn't get talked about enough, right? It can be a very lonely and isolating experience, like for Tony Scheuerman. Tony was adopted by the Scheuerman family here in Stillwater, and thanks to his adoptive dad, he fell in love with playing sports, which made him more comfortable embracing his mixed race identity.
How did people know if I was Korean or not?
He was just 11 years old when he learned his life was going to change forever. Tony Scheuerman was born in South Korea and moved to the other side of the globe to meet a group of strangers who he would soon be calling family. Being born to a Korean mom and a black dad, Tony struggled to find a sense of belonging his entire life.
Do you feel like your entire life you kind of, if you ran into another Korean person or another Asian person, they kind of looked at you differently when they learned that you were Korean and black?
Correct, definitely. It's just funny because I still know Korean somewhat. So when I hear people talking Korean, then I say 안녕하세요 and talk to them in Korean. They're like, especially elders, they're like, what? And they're like, and then you could see their changes of their demeanor, saying, you're not Korean, so how do you know? And then they kind of figure that out. They're like, okay, you're not one of us.
It was when Tony started playing sports that he started feeling more accepted.
To this day, I think it's the easiest way for me to ever be part of the group is through sports. Because there, it's about you, who you are as a person, not as of a color, and love the passion of the game.
Lucky for Tony, the love for sports runs deep in the Scheuerman family. His dad was often coaching Tony, making sure he knew how to play just about every sport there was.
He was a great baseball player, a great football player, but he coached me soccer. He didn't know anything about that, but he wanted to do it because for me.
Tony says his dad's mindset as a coach was different from most. Winning was never the goal.
It's not about your athletic abilities, but it's about your character. You could have 100 great athletes, but if you don't have good characters, it's not worth coaching.
Tony was an all-star athlete himself. Years later, Tony's love for sports still runs strong. Following in his dad's footsteps, Tony now coaches soccer and golf at Johnson High School in St. Paul. And like father, like son,
he was not about winning.
He just wants his players to enjoy the ride.
You're not going to appreciate now, but you're going to appreciate in the long run from now, because that's where you will find out what kind of coach they did, who cared about you, and why they did that.
So cool to hear that Tony could kind of find that sense of belonging, of course, through sports, and awesome that he uses that same mentality that he learned from his dad to kind of coach his golf and soccer teams at Johnson High School. Guys.
Yeah, that's a great legacy is what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you, Se.
Thanks for that, Se.